Light at the opening of a book. Nelia Ramirez. From an early age, Nelia San Jose Ramirez showed a clear love for studying. In fact, she would even cry whenever she did not want her siblings to teach her. But like other children, she also knew how to enjoy herself and play, and one of her favorite Filipino games was patintero, which at that time was a symbol of joy, friendship, and the simple happiness of childhood. She grew up in a poor family. They lacked material things and often did not have money to buy food, so she learned how to find ways to survive. When there was no school, she would pick up leftover rice grains in the fields with some of her siblings, and she would also collect oysters and sea snails by the shore. They were 10 siblings, and she was the second youngest. She was born on January 18, 1965, in Orion, Bataan, a town that shaped her strength and hard-working spirit. Despite the hardships, Nelia kept moving forward in life. She would walk to her elementary school from home, which took about 15 minutes, and she already brought packed food. She still clearly remembers one time when her lunch was spilled, and she did not eat the whole day. Even so, because of her intelligence, she joined and competed in declamation and folk dance. She was always among the top 3 honor students in elementary school, and the same in high school, where she was often recognized and even elected as student council president. In addition, their group won in regional competitions for folk dance and rondalla. She graduated from high school in 1982, carrying dreams that went far beyond what their situation seemed to allow. Back then, it was not common for many parents to send their children to college, especially if the child was a girl. Some preferred their daughters to simply get married. This also happened to Nelia. She got married early, partly because of her parents' wishes, but her dreams did not end there. Despite becoming a mother and carrying heavy responsibilities, she continued studying accountancy in college, where she could be considered one of the best, at the top of the class. Her situation was difficult, but her dreams were stronger. A few years after college, she tried to seek opportunity and a better future in Australia. Her sister-in-law Cecil and her brother-in-law Noli Sanahan sponsored her prepare everything she needed. In 1991, they arrived in Australia with only enough money to buy an old car, a new beginning filled with challenges. This happened only a few days after her mother passed away, while her children were still very young. On top of that, her English skills were limited. She began working as a machine operator in a textile factory. There, she experienced discrimination and unpleasant treatment from some co-workers. Her hard work and skill could not be denied, and at times this caused jealousy or misunderstanding from others. Every day at work, she often thought of leaving and looking for a different job. Her manager, Philip McVeigh, played a big role in helping her finish her accountancy studies again in Australia. He was kind and understanding, gave her flexibility with her schedule, and always asked about the progress of her studies. Simple concern that gave Nelia the courage to keep going. During this time, even while busy at the factory, she still managed to balance her responsibilities at home, taking care of her children, doing the grocery shopping, and in the middle of it all, pushing herself to go to the library to continue studying. She also attended church every Sunday. After a few years, she finally looked for a different job and worked in several companies, taking on various roles such as process worker, audit analyst, assistant quality assurance manager, and quality assurance manager. Eventually, she tried working in real estate. She first studied at Victoria University, and later Werner Blank recommended her for a real estate job, while at the same time she was also working in a hospital. From there, the direction of her life slowly began to change. The world that was once full of hardship started to gain color. Doors of new opportunities opened. Dreams that once seemed too high and impossible to reach achieved what they once only dreamed of: their own house, a car, and even businesses. The young girl passionate about studying and playing patintero, the poor young woman, the mother who never gave up on education. She is now proof that hard work, perseverance, and faith in one's abilities can change a person's destiny. Life continues to move forward, guided by her father's words. Dress properly and be a good person. And her mother's advice, love one another as siblings. She continues working while also helping others through charity. This is also part of her preparation for the foundation she plans to establish at their own expense. The story of Nelia Ramirez is not only a story of success, but also a reminder that education and faith, no matter how difficult the journey may be, remain powerful keys to improving one's life and character.